We are back on Get Up, and of course the news from the weekend. The Basketball Hall of Fame class for 2020 announced, and it's led by Kobe Bryant along with Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, and an extraordinary class of 8 that go in. We had Charles Barkley on earlier this hour remembering Kobe.
Well, Kobe Bryant is the best basketball player I've seen compared to Michael Jordan. I think Michael is the greatest I've ever seen and played against. But the only guy I've always said this, Kobe Bryant is the closest I've ever seen. I didn't get to play against Kareem in his prime or Bill Russell or LeBron. But I'm telling you, Kobe Bryant's the best player I've ever seen other than Michael Jordan.
We are 6 minutes away from first take, and that means that man, Stephen A. Smith, with us again. It is a much decorated Hall of Fame class this weekend. Stephen A., when you saw the names and you think about it, what thoughts jumped to your mind?
Well, ultimate thought that jumped to my mind was sadness. Obviously, when I look at KG, I'm not sad about that. He deserves it. As Charles Barkley articulated, in terms of intensity or whatever, maybe Russell Westbrook rivals that. But in terms of bringing it every day and every night, particularly on the defensive end of the floor, when he was the big ticket in Minnesota, carrying that franchise on his shoulders for years, and then ultimately winning the title in his first year in Boston and going to 2 titles in 3 years with the starting 5 of him, Kendrick Perkins, Paul Pierce, Ray Allen, Rajon Rondo. You just can't say enough of the illustrious career that Kevin Garnett had, the big ticket KG. He deserves it. Tim Duncan, the greatest power forward to have ever played the game, I think has had the better career than most people in NBA history when you consider the level of consistency that he was able to put forth, how there was no drop-off, only elevation come playoff time, the manner in which he performed. He deserves credit for that, and obviously he deserves it. But again, the sadness overwhelms you because you know how great Kobe Bryant was. You know what he meant to the game of basketball. You know what the game of basketball meant to him and how much he was looking forward to celebrating this moment on that stage in Springfield, Massachusetts, or, you know, when he was going to be inducted into the Hall of Fame, for him to accomplish all the things that he accomplished in his career. But to not be there to celebrate it himself and to be celebrated posthumously just at the age of 41 because of a tragic helicopter accident, it's bittersweet because on one hand, because he's Kobe and you know how great he was, but because of that greatness and his ability to articulate his thought and really express himself and to be as candid as he was capable of being, imagining what that speech would have been like, it's just incredibly, incredibly sad that he's not going to be there.
I agree. It still doesn't seem real that he's going to go in posthumously, and we don't even know exactly where we will be in August and whether or not they'll be able to do the usual ceremony. But I have to believe, Stephen A., that if and when they're able to induct this class, there will be a very special ceremony for Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, there will be, and it'll be well deserved. And you know, you'll see all the great ones there. I'm sure Jordan will be there. I'm sure Magic will be there. Obviously, Tim Duncan and the Big Ticket are going to be there. They were friends of his as well. He had a lot of friends in the NBA community. His wonderful wife Vanessa and his children obviously will be in attendance. One would assume, and of course the Lakers will represent very, very strongly as well as an organization because of their devotion to Kobe Bryant and vice versa. So you know it'll be an incredible ceremony. But again, because of that, again, it's bittersweet because you understand it, but that's what makes it so sad.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.